Okay, let's talk add-ons. Let me show you first the add-ons that I have that I'm using for Zyre. I am using Ekis recipe list. I don't even know why I should really get rid of that one. I do use Atlas Loot, Auctionator, and all the sub things for Auctionator. Bag Brother, Bagnon, and Bagnon config, Bagnon. And basically what Bagnon does for me is it consolidates, as it says here, single window displays for your full inventory. I don't know what data store is. It does something. I'll figure it out. But for my action bars, I use Dominoes. I use the full range of Dominoes. So for every bar is Dominoes bar. I do use map chords, MasterPlan for garrison missions, the loot one hider mover. These are just little things, but the main things like MasterPlan and Dominoes. I use Postal. That's for my mailbox. I'll show you that. When I'm in questing mood, I do use Quest Completist, which shows you all of the quests you've completed and ones that you've got left to do, which is pretty cool. Stubby, Swatter, Tipsy, TomTom, Windows Instant Messenger, which I highly recommend. I really love Fast Quest Classic too, although the support for this has gone out the window for quite a while. But that's like when I'm in a party or in a group, every time I do a part of a quest, it shows the party what stage I'm at, if I've completed it, if I've taken the quest. It's pretty cool. So let's see, of course, Deadly Boss mods, and that's about it. But the ones I'm going to cover in pretty good detail today would be Bagnon, which is going to be pretty quick, Dominoes, and MasterPlan. Let's see what else. Postal, Windows Instant Messenger, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and get into the game. And well, this error screen is from the Fast Quest Classic because it hasn't been updated in a long time, but I only get this once in a great while, so I just close out of it. Don't even worry about it. As you can see, it is not the standard Blizzard UI, so my action bars, I guess we'll cover that first. So this is Dominoes, and there's a little icon up here in your mini-map for Dominoes. If you left-click it, you can go into configuration mode, which is pretty cool. Click it again, it takes you out. You can shift left click to put it in bind mode, which I'll show you, and then you can right click to show you all the options for Dominoes, which is not really that much. If you hit configure bars, it's the same thing as left clicking here. So you can also click exit here. Two of my moves are key bound right now, so like I said, I'll get into that. First thing I guess we'll go into is how to set it up. So what I do is I just left click here, and these bars, you have 10 of them, I believe. Yeah, 10. You can move them around wherever you want to. I'll put that back because I like it where I had it. And if you even kind of get a little bit close, see how it snaps, which is kind of nice if you're trying to get it all aligned nice. You can right click. Let's get on a better one here. Well, this will work too. So you can right click that bar and you can choose the layout. I usually, I didn't even know these existed. So I usually just leave it at layout, and then you can adjust the size of how many slots there are in the bar. You can also adjust how many columns there are. So like I set this one up to be a certain way. You can do spacing. I'm at 4 right now, so you can space them out, you know, a little bit different. I like to do, I think the standard is 4. Padding, you know, just how much stuff you get in that, which I forget what mine was. Let's say 4. Scale. Now I have these set big because these are like the ones that I want to focus on. I don't want to have to take time and, mouse over something super tiny like these down here. So that's all scaling does, is it shrinks it down if you want the bars really small, really big, or anywhere in between, whatever is comfortable for you. Like my main important ones I have super big because I want to see them right away, but the small ones, the junk ones, or the ones that I don't use very often or never in combat are usually pretty small. Then you've got opacity, which is how, if you don't like that they're nice and bright and big like that, you can take the opacity down to be like that. I usually just leave it up, and then another opacity bar or whatever. That's how you can basically configure these. You can move them around, arrange them however you want, and this is how I like mine. The only thing I have to say at this point in time is the vehicle one. So when I enter in a vehicle where I have to do like any kind of mechanics or anything, like if I enter in a cannon or something and I'm supposed to shoot stuff, this used to work. This would give you all your buttons and tell you what, but it doesn't. So that's the only sucky part. That's why I never go into a vehicle with Dominoes added. So that's Dominoes. It's really cool. So when I go into key binding mode, so if I hover over this and if I shift left click it, so it says here, hover over a button, then press the key to set its binding. To clear a button's current key binding, press escape. And then if you check this box, that'll mean only for the character you're on, this keybind is good. I usually do check this box because if you leave it unchecked, the keybind is going to work for all of your other characters too, and it doesn't usually correspond to what you want per character. So I always leave that checked when I'm doing key binding. And this is pretty much this. Like for my fishing, as you can see, I have the tilde, which is right below the escape key. All I do is hover over it. Let's say I wanted this to be the tab key. Oh, see, now it's showing it's a tilde plus a tab, which I don't want that. Let's see. So now it says set tab to action. Set. What does that say? Oh. How do I clear it? To clear button, oh, hit escape. There. That's how you clear your key bindings. So let's say I wanted like a shift tilde. I hold down the shift and tilde. And so that shows me shift tilde. And then to just clear it all out, I hit escape. But anyway, so that's tilde. So let's clear it. Let's hit OK. Now I just hit tilde right now, and it does nothing. See, nothing. So let me assign this with the tilde. There, it's assigned. Now I hit OK. Now when I hit tilde, it's my fishing. So that's how I keybind. So now my tilde key will always cast my fishing. Might as well catch this fish. I don't want to waste it. Okay. So that's key binding with Dominoes, and that's also on how you configure Dominoes. Let's see. What are we going to move on to? I guess we can move on to Bagnon. So when I hit my B, or just click it down here, it shows all of my inventory in one bag. And what's nice is you can move this around however you want. Let's say I want to search for something in my bag, and I don't know if this is Dominoes or if this is Bagnon doing this, but I just hit the search key. So let's say I'm looking for P-O-T-I-O-N, potion. It blanks out, and then I see everything highlighted. What is a potion? Click this again to clear it. That's pretty cool. I really like that. And then you got some other things too that you can do. You can click to view another character's items. So if my alts, if I wanted to see, this is what my alt Necro is carrying in their bag. You can't really do anything. You cannot interact with any of these at all. But all you can do is you can pretty much see what each character has. Zyria has these in her bag. It shows the size of the bags. And it also, what's pretty cool, is it shows how much money she's got. Let me go back into me. And that's the other nice thing about this. Like I said, I don't know if this is Bagnon or if this is Domino's bag, but all you have to do for anybody that's on this realm is hover over the money. It tells you what you've got total in money, and then it breaks it down to what each character has, which is really flippin' cool. And this is just hover. And this is a Bagnon to left click your inventory. What did I just do? I think you can right click and go into Bagnon here. You can choose frame settings. There's a lot of stuff you can do. I just leave all this default, never mess with it. But anyway, that's Bagnon. Now let me go to my garrison and show you some other things really quick. Okay, so let's since we're here, might as well show Master Planner. So when I click here, this is the one nice thing is like if all these were complete, if all these are ready to turn in, you just hit this button, complete all, and it completes them all without going through all that silly animation that the default has. You also have these tabs down here. You have available missions. I'll just go through the tabs first. Active missions, missions of interest. This is pretty cool. This tells you what missions there are to be had that you want to watch out for and hopefully take. And it also tells you at your current state for your followers what percentage you have of completing these missions, which is really cool. And then your followers. So here's how you interact with your followers, upgrade their weapons or their armor and whatnot. So for available missions, this is like the best thing ever. You can sort it by chance of success, so your 100% chance, 95% chance, and it always gives you three options. You know, so you can use these 3 followers if you want this. Sometimes they're the exact same, but this one, like this one has Kimsey instead of Landtresser, and then. Yeah, so that's, I mean, I don't really know how to get into it further than that. You can you can sort it by that. You can sort it by follower experience. So if you have any followers that aren't purple yet, you can sort it by here, and it'll say, okay, well, if you do follower experience, no, I see that none of them are showing follower experience. For me, if you did have one that needed experience, the one that gave the most experience for that follower would fly up to the top here, which is pretty cool. You can do sort by all these. What I usually like is usually chance of success or follower experience. Sometimes you want to go by mission duration. So this will show like this is only 45 minutes, 1 hour, 1 hour and 30 minutes, all the way up to 10 hours. So it sorts it that way. And then another handy one is mission expiration. If you have, like this one's going to expire in an hour if I don't use it. So it'll tell you 1 hour, 2 hours, expire in 3 hours, yada yada. But what's nice about this? So let's say we choose this. When you click this, it brings you to this screen. So you can take a final look at it, and you can make any changes if you wanted to here. Then all you do is you click Start Mission. So it auto throws all these things in here. So this is Master Plan. If you're not familiar with it, you sort of are now. If you are, then you can just skip this whole part. Let's get on to, I think I said Postal. I wanted to show you. If you don't have Postal, this is a staple. Everybody has it. It's just one of those add-ons that's a given. You should have. And what it does is, the biggest thing is it gives you this Open All button. So if you have mail, these are just letters. But I could just probably choose to delete these. Yeah, so these letters I think had an attachment, and so if somebody's actually taken the time to write something in there, when you, well, here, I'll tell you what I'll do. No, I won't do that. Let's just delete these. So let's say you get a bunch of stuff in here and they didn't write. As soon as you open all, it just opens them and then just keeps going like this. Send mail's pretty nice too. You can send a whole bunch of crap in here. So if I wanted to send this.
I can trade that.
You know, it goes all the way up. You can put gold in here and then just hit send and it sends them all. You can hit cancel. But anyway, that's Postal. It's pretty nice. Now, the one thing about Postal is it does 50 mail items. It can only process 50 mail items before it needs to wait like 20 seconds to process the next 50. So usually after you grab your 50, you close out, a little indicator will come down here and it'll tell you how many more seconds it'll take. Like it's usually like 20 seconds before it'll process the next 50. So you wait around 20 seconds. You click it again, all 50 will start loading and then you can do it. Or how many ever are remaining. So that's that. Let's see, what other... What other ones did I say I was going to talk about? We go under add-ons. See, we did Bagnon, we did Dominoes, MasterPlan, and Postal, and Fast Quest Classic. I'm not really going to mess with that. And Windows Instant Messenger. I think we all use Windows Instant Messenger. If not, use it, because otherwise your messages are just going to get absolutely lost in the chat frames below. I have a friend or a couple friends that claim they never see my messages. So Windows Instant Messenger is pretty nice, because if I were to message said friend, it's nice because it pulls it up in its own window, and then you'll always see this thing. So let's say I close it, and that person hopefully will message me back here pretty soon. Anyway, it's like a instant messenger window. It'll pop up right where you last left it, and if you happen to be in combat, this is what's nice, is it doesn't pop up here. It will pop up here, but you'll get a little little thing will start blinking here that you have a message from that person. So it doesn't, take your screen if you're in combat. And if you're fighting a boss, Windows Instant Messenger will automatically reply to them that you are in the middle of fighting a boss, and it'll tell you what percentage you are completed of fighting that boss. So they'll know, hey, I better not, keep spamming this person. He's kind of busy with a boss. So, but all you do is you just click here, and you can scroll through whoever whispered you, and it'll be highlighted if that person has recently whispered you. So you can just pull it up like that. The other nice thing too is, I guess this, let's see. Let's just see if I did send message. No, not him. Maybe her. Let's see. I want to show you something else. Yeah, let's try. I think when they reply, you get a whole bunch of options on the side here. Yeah, and when you're not focused on it, see how it kind of fades out a little bit, so it's not as prevalent, which is pretty cool. It's not in your face, in your way. Oh. Okay, I guess. Maybe that's because he's not on my server. Okay, so yeah, he's on Hygel. Let's see, Thrall. That's why they didn't show up. So if I said, I know this is probably taking more time than necessary. But I think when they reply, you get all these options to invite to group, all this other stuff. Yeah, that's the other nice thing too, is you get click to view the message history. So you can view, yeah, all the, see, all this cool stuff Let's see. So it keeps a history of all your messages, which is really, really cool. Okay, so those are the things that I wanted to show you. Like I said, the biggest one was the Dominoes. It's super, super easy to move around, configure however you want, and it's also easy to keybind. So remember, it's just Shift left click to enter in keybind mode. And I think that's about it. I'll stop boring you guys. Alright, have a good one. Bye. You know, the other thing that I wanted to mention was exactly how I get my add-ons and how do I keep them updated. I do use the Kirsch client. It's a simple little install, and I do have just the free version, but that's okay. So this is the Kirsch client, and what's nice is it tells you the status of your add-ons. It'll say up to date, and right now all my add-ons are up to date. But if it weren't up to date, it'll have a little black button here that says update, and all you do is just click update. So if there's like 5 or 6 that need updated, all you do is hit update. It'll download, unzip, install, and update all automatically, like within a few seconds. It's really quick. If you are a premium subscriber to Kirsch Client, you do have the option to hit this update all, and it will just automatically do it. But usually, I mean, it just takes a few seconds to do an update. So by clicking, update on each one, that's fine. If there was like a 2-minute wait period before, if they did something like that, then I would say maybe I would be interested in getting a premium subscription to Kirsch. But for the most part, all I use Kirsch for is just to update my add-ons. And I also, if I hear of an add-on, I just click this tab here, Get More Add-ons, and it automatically goes to the web, downloads a database of all the current add-ons, and then you can just search. So map, and it's a smart search. So as soon as you type it in, it'll start. So let's say I wanted gatherer, G-A-T-T-H-E-R-E-R, and right there it is. And then you just click the little black button, install, which is this is the same way it looks over here. If it was update, it would say update in that same black button, and then you install it, boom, and then as soon as you log in to the game, it's automatically activated for you. It's just really cool. So by loading this up, I do this maybe about once a week, or if a new patch comes out or a new expansion comes out, I do it like every day for like the first month, just to see if there's a new update here. And the other nice thing too on this is I'm a tech junkie, so I really like to see what was changed between the old one and the new one, even if there wasn't much. So I like to click this button, change log, and it will pull up this window. It'll list all the changes, and you can look at it by revision number to see exactly what was done. Added support for garrison missions, fix this, fix that. So you can look at the change log without having to go to the website. Speaking of the website, it is nice because all you have to do, if you want to know about this and you want to read comments, that other people have made, that other, people have posted comments about, all you do is just click the website, and this will pull up Kirsch's website and bring you immediately right to, and I'll show you. It takes you right here. So it's pretty slick. Yeah, this is Kirsch. This is how I update my add-ons.